Megtaláltam a mikrofont is. Szóval szép jó estét mindenkinek. Belecsapunk a lecsóba. Remélhetőleg ma is lesz óriás monsteres verekedés. Egy kicsit a monitornak a szegén. Jé, egy korai dragon. Hello, hello. Na, meggyűjt a kép. És talán ott hagytuk abba, hogy vadúj főhadiszállásunk van. Ami egyébként baszon néz ki.
Welcome back, Sid.
Finish with that log so we can call it a...
Hát mit írnak mondjuk egy médium követelménynek? Meg amúgy igazándiból a Final Fantasy-vel is az volt a baj, meg a God of War Ragnarokkel is. Hogyha nem akarnám streamelni, akkor egész jól futna. Szerintem ezt is tudnám játszani egy full médiumon, 60 FPS-sel. Az a baj, hogy a stream az kivesz belőle annyit, hogy belehal.
All operations are suspended until further.
Ah, there you are.
Na látod, rögtön ott van a procim, az már gyenge is.
Arrived this morning. Victor sends his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the force he sent to catch
A
me.
videókártya az elég lenne.
A single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off.
Hát ha föltörik, megpróbáljuk, de megvenni nem
Should be back
akarom.
any day now.
És úgyis van rajta Denuvo, gondolom.
If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Na, tudunk-e felszerelést upgrade-elni?
Have you finished sorting those reports yet?
Igazándiból már rég letöltöttem volna a Roninosat. De nem tudom fölrakni. Ez durván letöltve 150 giga. És telepítéshez kéne még vagy 200. Nincs egybe 350 helyem. És nem is lesz. Úgyhogy...
I trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was
Tele
especially...
vagyunk új szereplőkkel amúgy. Ki a faszom például ez a Vivian? Eltelt 5 év, de... Tudós és stratégia. Jó, hát biztos.
So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Nem tudom, hát elpörgött 5 év, arról mondhatnának valamit, hogy
Long though
például...
Sunbreak's dominion over northeastern storm has endured, recent days have seen the blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots.
De akkor nem roppantotta meg őket, hogy elpusztítottuk a kristályt.
Crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Jó kérdés. Tehát akkor egyáltalán nem roppantotta meg őket,
You were
hogy
born in Twinside.
megsemmisítettük a kristályokat.
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
Kicsit olyan érzés, mint hogyha igazándiból nem is feltétlenül a főszereplő lenne a lényeg, hanem ez be akar mutatni egy történelmi korszakot, vagy hogy mondjam. És azért ugrálunk, mert bemutatja a főbb szereplőket, a döntő ütközeteket, stb. Nyilván a karakterünk szemszögén keresztül, de hogy Isten igazándiból nem is feltétlen az a lényeg, hogy ki győz, vagy hogy mi győzünk-e, vagy mit csinálunk, hanem hogy így mint a sztorinak a fókuszában inkább az lenne, hogy mi történt a világban. Érdekes. És azért mondtam, hogy kicsit trónokharcás, mert ne nagyon kedveljen meg senkit, mert hullanak a szereplők rendesen. 2 másodperc alatt kitekerik egymás nyakát, ha arról van szó.
What do you need? What's that
Na,
for,
tudunk-e
India?
valami durvát? Tudunk. Na, hát Levin Bolt mehet.
Should last you a good while.
Tudjuk upgrade-elni azt a Levin Boltot? Nem. De egyébként az itemizációt azt nem értem. Nem úgy. Mi az Istennek van benne ennyi baromság? Miért lehet upgrade-elni, ha úgyis rosszabb, mint a következő? Jó, volt már egy pár Final Fantasy, ahol nem értettem, hogy így amúgy.
Anything else?
Érdekes az itemizáció, maradjunk annyiban.
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment. Does that one have blood on it?
Well, don't just stand
Na,
there
ez legalább
gawping.
túlélte az előzőt.
Go on then.
És ugyanitt tartunk, hogy semmit nem lehet a pénzzel kezdeni. Automatikusan feltölti a varázslatokat, mi van? Hú, ezt jó lenne elolvasni angolul, hogy vajon mire gondolt a költő. Na jó.
Finished, are
Először is az újjászületés lángjait van-e valami, ami tápolja?
Is it business or pleasure?
Újjászületés lángjai. Növeli az XP-t 15%-kal. Hát én ezt megveszem.
You'll not find a better price
Ezt
than
valahova
that.
berakjuk. A skill pontokat növeli 20%. Hát,
It'd better all be here.
adjad ide.
Is that all?
Na de most ezeket hogy a picsába rakjuk. Hát, így. Normál, szóval képesek pontokat növelni. Jó, ide berakhatjuk. XP 15. És 12 másodperccel ez az, ami... Ami ezt csökkenteni, az nagyon kéne pedig, bassza meg. Na jó, majd komolyabb pályára úgyis ki lehet venni. Akkor majd valamelyiknek a helyért berakjuk.
Norseman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
És tényleg, hogy az elmúlt 5 évben nem próbáltuk meg pofán verni a titán.
Good day.
Good day.
Elmegy a hangom.
Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Nem mertük, nem volt rá lehetőség, vagy hogy a Manóban. 5 év alatt.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like.
Nincs az arcán a tetkó, vagy én vagyok hülye?
And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a stole us. All right.
Leszették az arcáról a tetkón.
And then you get some rest.
Vagy vak vagyok, de
What
nincs
could
ott.
Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the Tavern Crown for me.
És Gav meg fél szemére megvakult.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance, the one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Még mindig nem uralja az Ifritet.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
De amúgy meg Jill-el mi van? Hát ő meg a... Hogy hívják a fagyos lányt? Ő meg azzal tudna változni, és nem tette meg egyszer se. Csak a legelején.
Crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget.
We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Azért nem teljesen jött le az arcáról.
He did. He was there.
És mellesleg 5 éve mi van a testvérünkkel? 5 év.
I heard him call out to Ultima.
5 éve mit csinál? Magába zárta Petit. Hogy ne szerezzen meg minket. Ez biztos. Ez aztán hova
If
lett?
still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Mire iszunk?
To a world without mother crystals.
Oh. Hát elpusztítottunk egyet, és nem is érződik. Nem egy jó előjel. No. Északon.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have
Ez maradt
imagined.
Rosalindából.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
De tulajdonképpen fogalmunk sincs, hogy ez mit akar, vagy mit csinál. Mennek körbe-körbe évek óta a csajja. Mi végre?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
Közelgő vihar. Ki a faszom az a Márta, mert most ez így hirtelen nem fogalmam sincs. Dobálják a neveket. Márta, hát mit tudom én. Ilyenkor nem is lehet meg, de ki a Márta? Ez olyan ismerős. Ja, ez volt a kocsmás csaj. Aha. Oké. Jó, meg az intéző. Otto.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Repülő macska mióta van? Oké. Nálam ezekkel szoktak túllőni a japánok a dolgokon, hogy... Tehát, hogy... Jó. Keressétek meg az átoktörőket Halamanóban. Van side quest amúgy. És fölvehetjük. Jó, kilátás azért van.
Finish with that lot. Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere, which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain.
Jó, hát szerzünk szurokpárt, persze. No. Kezdjük azzal. Az, hogy a francba megyünk le. Jó, benn meg. Hello, Ramolian. Hello, hello.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. The trees don't have teeth.
Nem tudom, mi történt. És azt se, hogy ezzel mit csinálja. Ilyen eddig nem volt.
It's over.
Azt kapta. Ezek szerint a villámos... Ez meg is volt, ennyi volt. Tehát jó. Meghoztuk a szurokpát, tessék.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. But I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as my old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Kapjuk a bónusz XP-t, nagyon helyes. Badge of Might, növeli a támadás 12. Anélkül meg vagyunk. Na, és akkor keressük meg a fogadós hiányt. Rendes volt a megjelöltekhez, meg hozzánk is.
What happened here?
Come on.
Semmi jó iránynézésre.
Fucking Imperial. Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Jó van. Nincs jó, de ez van.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Mukrinta. Egész jó nagy a dama. Hát én leszek itt a Ranger Isten, ne hülyéskedjél. Annyira nem sebez nagyot, de... Hát egy ilyen full range-et bírt, nem ilyeskedni. Engedd ide.
Look, up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me.
Rajta ütöttek az apátságra.
They may still be alive.
Na hát ott már csak félhalott bigyók vannak.
Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
De legalább Márta nem halt oda. Ez is valami.
Black Shields.
Fekete pajzs eddig nem jött szembe.
There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
You're finished.
Milyen kis vékony kardunk lett amúgy.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Így. Elkéstünk. Jó, nekik már igazándiból mindegy volt, de... De ez most miért kellett?
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
Nem sejtik, hogy bajba vannak.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Én is úgy gondoltam, hogy rácédézzünk. De kéne neked olyan Black Shield-et, bazd meg, hogy megbolondulsz. Hagyjuk már.
Is that all of them?
Hát biztos nem.
I think so.
Kizárt.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Apropó, nincs meg az apát, így van. Az gond.
The abbot.
Megvan az apát.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Matt to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive.
Már elment.
He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Riddick's Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Vissza kéne foglalni Rozáriát, vagy hogy a francba hívják. Itt vagyunk, kemények vagyunk, addig rúgjuk őket, amíg mozognak. Még Acsi is járt érte, úgy meghalt. Az mi? Hogy mi? Milyen bánti meg rangsor? Jó van, lehet teritekre vadászni innentől, zsír. Hát na gyere. No, gömböket nem kérünk. Mi a faszom? Na. Hát de... Kapta. Az anyádat te! Ott a counter a kurva száda. Ajaj. Na. A kurva anyára! Gyere ide, majom! Hello! Jaj.
You didn't see that coming.
Ezt senki nem látta előre. Bubuka megjött. Megklopfoltuk.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Martha túlélte. Ne aggódjunk érte. Jó, vissza lehet gyors tépézni.
No one survived then?
I'm
De hogy
sorry.
nem mi?
Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
És még a mutert se látogattuk meg.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young cursebreakers.
No, hát látogassuk meg a mutert, azt adnám. Meg kéne tőle kérdezni pár dolgot. A megkérdezést alatt azt értem, hogy addig verne a fejét a falba, ameddig szét nem megy. Bár tulajdonképp meg az anyánk, mi? De akkor is. Na mondjad, mi van?
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos. Fighting bandits.
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now
Parti csokobót ide.
looking to settle the score.
Mi volt az Dragon?
Don't
Csoki
just
fiú, vagy
stand there.
nem? Mi a
Go and help him.
Mi a francnak fordította le szerencsétlen múltkor?
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You save Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier
Lesz
bird
fehér
in all
harci
the world.
csokobónk.
She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right
Csoki
enough.
barát, azaz.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Megmentjük a csoki barátokat.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo.
Ez csak pár skorpió. Ott a tollna.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way.
Meglepetés! Ó, ezt nem kellett volna, most már mindegy.
These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
Ott volt egy pár döglött bandita. Itt
They're in
hörögsz.
trouble.
Ág lesznek.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
A varázslót kikapcsoltuk. Hát az honnan gyűjt? Hello? Megmentettük a csoki barátokat.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy?
Összebarátkoztak kutyúval.
It couldn't be.
Mi? Túlélte? Nyergeljük föl, ne hülyeskedj.
It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Összeszedett két csajt, ennyi.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Igen, ha nincs ez a csokobó, akkor mi már halottak lennénk. Hát, vagy legalábbis jó eséllyel.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon.
Na, rakjatok már rá egy nyerget, bazd meg.
And it seems our pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Ó. És még van rajta félszemkötő is.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
Na, kenessük már meg, bazd meg. Csücs.
Take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Oh. Hogy már ne lehessen menni egy próbakör. Csokobó feloldva. Berakjuk a Need for Speed zenét. Bröm. Mondjuk nem megy. Tud futni. Aha. Van rajta kézüték. Nagyon hülyén fut. Mint a... Tehát túl gyorsan szedje a lábát, gyakorlatilag olyan, mint a csúszna a jégen egy helyben. Ja, és nem tud kanyarodni. Oké. Hát itt más út sincs, hogy van. Na mindegy, van csak a bunk, az a lényeg.
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
Wow.
You remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Hát a következő anyakristály.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
Jó, és akkor mi a terv?
Where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High House?
Na állj, ki a franckarik az a Baron Rossfield? Még a listán sincs itt.
The trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities? Wait. Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Ő nem egy,
Uncle's
hanem
name
a.
gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Na, megkapjuk a bounty boardot. Kezdem úgy érezni, hogy még most nyílik ki az Open World úgy rendesen.
What are we waiting for indeed?
Na, először is vegyálunk pontból. Nem, még mindig nem az. 1253. Amúgy ez nem is olyan kevés. Ez elég lenne a 3-as limit breakre, amúgy. Hát, vagy a nagyobb felszálló bigyóra. Ja, ez a villámgömb. Egyetlen célpontnak hatalmas sebzés, na még majd az is kéne, igen. Mi kirobbanás? Jó, ebből igazániból ez a jó, a többit azt szívesen cserélném például erre. Jó, legyen meg a Limit Break 3. 253, meg ma úgy elég semmire. Kiloptam a kovácsot, az a kovács, a shop. Az a kovács.
I think it's all right to touch him.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
Na és hol volt az a bounty board? And the board, azaz.
Weren't so lucky though.
Oh, Clive! Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The Patron's Whisper? Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally. Would you like to see if we have any? Is everything we've received and everything
Itt tudjuk elkölteni az új izét. Renovnod. És ez mi a retek? Kapunk egy ládát, amiben például van 400 ability pont. Berserkering. Ja, hát 400 ability pont az kell.
You earned this.
És lenne valami berserker gyűrű, amiről nem is tudjuk, hogy micsoda.
All done?
Right, Clive. Me too. I've been doing my best. The rare, and then... Quick look.
Finding new quest.
Always something in there.
And how may I assist you today? How may I help you today?
Tehát frankon van egy ilyen, mint a nyomozós filmekben, hogy ki van tűzve a képe, van húzva egy vonal, hogy ki kicsoda. Na, állj. Rostfél, ott a kiskutyus. Tehát, hogy így vissza lehet nézni az egész. Hát, beszarsz. Ward of Rosaria. Someone side. Szívői. Tyler. Ott volt Rodney. Mutter Fatter. Itt lehet tudna Mutter. A Rosaria hercegnő. Na jó, és ez helyzettérkény. Itt mutatják, hogy éppen hol tart a háború. Itt vannak valami csapatok. Ja, és ezek az évszámok, ne basszál föl.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
Oh. Jézusom. Na, Bounty Board.
Ah, yes. Our mysterious Moogle friend. Nectar, was it?
És erről van valami sztori, hogy mi a francodik az a mugli, de nincs.
I'll stick with Nectar if it's all the same to you.
És ekkora kis szárnyaival, bazd meg.
The hunt board. It's where the Cursebreakers post sightings of particularly fearsome beasts.
Na, itt vannak az elitek, amiket levadászunk a picsába.
If they were left to roam free. Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the Cursebreakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
És miért van egy rugós narancsárga golyó a fején? Amúgy. És ezt elkaptuk, ugye? Ezt már elkaptuk. Clearview Sandbridge. Hiszen többet nem is mond róla. Ezek a C-s, ott már egy B-s. Na jó. Clearview Sandbridge. Keressük meg. Már ha el tudunk oda, de nem is tudunk elmenni sehova. Csak ide. Hát akkor viszont fősztori. Akkor legyen úgy, ahogy a játék akarja. Majd később levadásszuk. Akkor most először kristályrobbantás hadművelet.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
Itt volt fogság.
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We'll face it together then.
To the end.
Come on.
Na jó.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
Hát miért nem verjük agyon őket?
Welcome, stranger.
Én már csak ilyen egyszerű gondolatokkal dolgozom. Agyon vered, nem jön vissza.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions? 100? I heard it were 1,000. We're going hunting for outlaws. How'd you like that?
Mindenkibe van zsongva a vérdíjra ennyire.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think
Hát,
these 5
csodálatos.
brands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Ingyidi büngyidi. De majd te megsimogatni magán.
Get it, boy!
Nem, még mindig nem jó. Alakul. Most már valami komolyabban.
After it.
Még egy duty free. Na, még egyet. Achievement. Ugyanazt csinálja. Hát kár. Beszéljetek a helyiekkel.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Kőfalu. Na, hogy kellett csak a bót idézni? Így. Gyerünk, Kőfalu.
Run like the wind.
This
pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Nincs itt semmi. Na jó, lehet, hogy van.
Ever since the apothecary.
Tudnám, hogy kell leszállni.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it. my mother's men.
Goblin coin. Akkora baromságok vannak az ilyen ládákban amúgy. Kéne közben tartani pillanatot. Ezeket itt lepofozzuk.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
Hát nem szoktunk mi szót fogadni.
You know who we are, and still, you would bear your steel. Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation.
De kurva kemény
To dwell
vagy.
in
Gyere,
darkness,
gyere,
that we
jó,
may
jó, jó, jó.
purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Ugye elmagyarázom.
I'll show you a true shield.
Bizony. Meg ilyesmi. Nem valami kemény gyerekek ezek csak ilyen bunkók.
Tell me what I want in the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal.
Na, megint csináltak valami fogolytábort. Meg jó eséllyel egy csapdát is.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Tömegmészárlásra felkészülnek.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Hát kivégeztek egy falut. Nem szaroztak. Nem falut, a brandideket. Bár mondjuk innen nem látom, hogy mindaz-e, de az mindaz.
This was my mother's doing.
Amúgy meg honnan tudod?
Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
Jó, hát haladunk dél felé lelkesen. Viszont egy gyors biót beiktattunk, kiszaladok budira meg ilyenek. Legalább elmentjük. Szerintem... Vagy a 12-vel a támadás, amúgy, hát az 6% sincs. Hát, lófasz. Hát meglátjuk. Ez a baj, hogy amúgy nem írja sehol, hogy mennyi rajta a CD. Na várjál, van ilyen, hogy ajánlott képességek, őt mit rakna be? Igen. 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 Hát amúgy igen, ez egy jó, igen. Egyet cserélt ki. De abban meg igaza van. Igaza van. Oké. Jaj, most lecserélte az itemeket, azt nem kellett volna. Aha, berakta a damage-et. No. XP 12-szer. Így. 854. Hát mit tudom én? Hát kéne 4250. 2000-es kéne. Ki kéne rakni a villámos ultit, amúgy. Az is 2003, úgyhogy mehetünk a picsába. Hogy? Jó, hát gyűjtjük. Na, tényleg kiugrok budira. Mindjárt itt vagyok. Erre. Szóval azt nem igazán tudjuk, hogy a muter miért gyűlöli ennyire a brandideket, de igazán nem is számít. Le kéne rendezni.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith. They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
És miért nem tudunk csak obahozni?
Let's go.
Hát itt már igazándiból mindegy, mert itt meg már bunyó van.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. Finished. Too slow.
Over here! Chill!
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Viceroy's dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
No, getting that
Fuck off! Hang the chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand!
Micsoda harci csokobók vannak a háttérben.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Vagy berobbanthatnánk itt alakba, de... Persze, menjünk körbe.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
Nyilván nem.
As long as it is abandoned.
De majd lepopozzuk, ami szembe jön.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Na mit kéne ma mondani?
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Mehetem a diplomácia. Ilyesmi.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
Ezt hogy hívták a baltás gyereken?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why...
Lebabázott a mutár.
Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Na, hát segítsünk már nekik.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
That's the Archduke's son.
Na, mindjárt kiderül.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
Megállunk a híd közepén. Te elmagyarázzuk. Jaj, a kezem. És elmagyarázzuk nekik.
You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Aldale have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Come along now.
The bastards are
There they are. On your command, my lord.
De amúgy még mindig én lennék a trónörök, és miért nem foglaljuk el Rozárián? Addig verjük őket, amíg mozognak, kikiáltjuk újra a hercegséget.
I told you.
What's
We
this
bear a
now?
message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields?
Nem érdekelnek ezek a fekete pajzsok, hogy bajban vannak, de csak egy kicsit.
Forest area!
Forest area!
Your petty
Mutatom.
revolution ends here.
Yeah! Oké, még valaki.
Swords we swear.
Annyira nyomorultul kapják, hogy már nekem fáj.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battle for.
Pazd meg, rossz gomb. Muszáj volt elugrani a baznak.
Nice try.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Gyere le! Na. Lejött. Oh.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Azt szedte vagy valaki, mindjárt mutatom. Jó, az ott egy kicsit mellé ment, néha megesszük. Vagy lépjél már szintet, már kevés ilyen. Na, meg is van. 27. Mondhatni, hogy mú.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again.
Jó, ember után pótlásból jól áll a birodalom.
Once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
Ezért szívesen harcolnák.
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Kapjuk a kitűzőket.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Port Isolde.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Ki fog derülni.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Kedves ember lehet.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Gondolom ezt nem sokan tudták.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
A jó tányérokat.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or
Hát
worse,
sose volt egy
I've been
kedves
charged
darab.
with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive.
Az
The
meg
nation
már
your
20
father and your
év.
forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
Hát 13 volt az elején, meg 5, az 18, meg még 2.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Sose tudod hazudni.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid.
Pedig
You were
de.
always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Na most mi a baj a csajnak? Pedig ez kurva jól alakult. Minden rendben volt. Kaptunk egy hajót.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
monsters.
Hmm?
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's.
I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
És vajon mivel akar vezetni?
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Hát ahogy nézem, továbbra se tudunk sehova menni, csak ahova Tori visz. Ergo vissza, bár azt nem értem, hogy miért. Most végre jutottunk odáig, beszéltünk a nagybácsival, kapunk egy hajót, akkor mi a francnak megyünk vissza?
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Jó, nézzük meg, tudunk upgrade-elni egy bármit.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Clive?
Elbúcsúzni, hát de még nem halunk meg.
What do you want?
Hogy én nem tervezem. Hát itt továbbra sincs semmi igazándiból. Annyi, hogy mondta, hogy van valahol sidequest, meg valami. Ja, hát nézzük meg a sidequestet.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the
Mehetünk
unfoul ones.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid?
Szörnyhúsra
Honest,
vadászni.
one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Persze. Megkóstoljuk valamelyiket, csak ne valami undorító.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Oké, rámegyünk a receptre. És akkor most hagyd gyors utazni. Photo mode, hagyjál békén.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Boy, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name.
Scorpio farok leves lesz a menü.
When there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Semmi gond, itt szoktak lenni Scorpio.
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet. Memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Jó, megyünk Scorpio farokra. Azt mondod, hogy olyan van, hát lehet, nem tudom. Tudja a búbánatos bigyó, hogy van-e olyan. Minden esetre nem hangzik incsik Londónak.
After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft. Hey, one thing. If it carries on like this, I won't have any bearers left.
I understand. May the blessing go with you.
Kínába, jó, de ott minden hülyeséget megesznek. Na, mehetett csak a bow. Akkor is hülyén fut. Várjál, nem tudunk átmenni, de át tudom.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Ott a farka.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse, at least.
Vajon adnak itt a kaják buffot? Vagy csak majd kiírja, hogy finom volt?
Mystery ingredient.
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this?
Hát valószínűleg mérgező amúgy.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Hát nem néz ki jól.
I present Chance's Stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
Vajon túléli?
Odin's teeth. What assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex.
Igen, tudom, hogy ott nagy főzések vannak.
It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
Igen, a tütaszakácsok.
Welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway. A single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding scorpions of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Jó, hát én se bántam volna, ha kapunk valami kaja buffot egyébként. Valami amulett. Növeli a védelmet 30-al. Nem is olyan kevés. Amúgy. Na, ott van még valami fasság. Azt se tudom, hogy jutunk el oda.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Deadlands wouldn't be half as bad with all the bloody dust.
Nem fönt, hanem lent. Oda jutunk. Amúgy ennek pont kellemes a nehézsége, hogyha ki vagy gyúrva, mint a mocsári tücsök.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Viszünk nekik kaját.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see?
And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
Két kosár alma, hát ez szuper. Egyszer sok pénzem lesz, vagy föltörik, majd megnézzük a Monster Hunter-t is. Vagy megnézhetnénk a régit, mert végül is az sem rossz, gondolom. Bár hát akkor már azért inkább az újat kéne.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
Nem könnyű kiigazodni ezen a hajón.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martell.
Nesze alma.
Martell. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Jó, hát sidequestek nem túl a célosak.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards. The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell.
Már általában jók mennek el, sajnos.
She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Na jó, mi van még? Blacksmith Blues. Hát, ha még kapunk a végén valami használhatót is. Jó, meg már megint fél 11 van. Pörög az idő. Jó körbe mentünk, de végül is nem baj. The bounty board.
How did we never hear?
There are new billets being posted every...
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Mi baj a Kovácsnak quest? Oké.
I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Hát, ha megkapjuk a végén az armort, vagy valami.
Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Na, viszont azt már majd holnap megkezdek nagyon megkókadni. Úgyhogy elmentjük szépen. Aztán holnap is nap. Nem szaladunk sehova. Remélem tetszeni meg tetszik nektek is. Jaj, a kezem! Úgyhogy elbíbelődünk vele. Igazság szerint. Na. Jó pihenést mindenkinek. És akkor holnap folytatjuk. Pa-pa.